What up, though? It's your girl, She's Too Quiet, and welcome back to the She's Too Quiet podcast. This podcast is for the ones who've been overlooked, underestimated, or simply too quiet for the noise of this world. I'm Tania, a fellow introvert and woman of faith, inviting you to find strength in stillness, clarity in solitude, and purpose in your quiet voice. Every episode, you'll hear reflections, devotions, and quiet confessions that remind you don't have to be loud to be powerful. And if you're listening, you're already a part of the Quiet Power Club, a space where we celebrate gentle strength and the God who meets us in the silence. Let's get into it. Welcome back. Happy Friday. I hope your week has gone well. You've officially made it to the weekend. Thank you for sticking around and rocking with me throughout this season. Today's episode is called Quiet Plans, Bold Faith, Preparing Your Heart for the Year Ahead, Part 4. I feel like Part 4 is needed to wrap up this series of preparing for 2026. I hope you've enjoyed the series so far, and I hope you've got some tools that you can take along with you as we get into 2026. So in Part 1, which was episode 15, we discussed planning the year ahead with intention and faith. In Part 2, episode 16, we focused on goals and your calling. And last week in Part 3, which was episode 18, we talked all about release. On today's episode, I plan to give you simple goal ideas to help you ease into 2026 with clarity. Sometimes we want to grow, but we aren't sure what the first step even looks like. So hopefully this episode will put a nice little bow on everything we've been talking about. So, per usual, I do have a quiet confession for you today. My quiet confession is, as I think about the goals I want for 2026, I realize most of them aren't about achieving more. They're about becoming someone I haven't fully met yet. And if that's true for you, I want us both to know that it is okay. It is okay that you don't know this new version of you yet, but I want you to enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. There's a quote that says, "You don't step into a new season fully ready, you grow into it day by day." So, all the goals that we talk about today, please put your personal spin on them. Like I said before, this is just a starting point for you. So, you can expand, you can decrease, you can add some, new stuff I haven't talked about. But I really want you to, again, I mentioned it before, put in the work if you want to see your life change, okay? So, these are going to be some goals you can actually use. So when we talk about these goals, I want you to remember that your calling tells you where God is taking you, but your goals help you get there step by step, okay? So go back to your calling. I hope you've had your conversations with the Lord by now, and I hope He has given you some insight into your calling, or at least a place to start. So as you listen to some of these goals, begin to tie it back to your calling and tweak it, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is spiritual and personal growth goals. These goals will help you become who God is shaping you to be. So you can build a consistent morning or evening quiet time routine. You can get up, read your Bible, don't look at your phone, don't turn on anything. Just have a quiet morning spending time with the Lord. Also in the evenings, you can set an alarm clock. I have an alarm clock that goes off at 8 o'clock every night just to let me know, girl, it's time to get ready to chill out, calm down, do whatever you need to do, read your Bible, take your shower, and just begin to relax because you've had a day, okay? So you may want to implement that. You can also read through a specific book of the Bible instead of the whole Bible. I know a lot of people go for those 365-day Bible plans, which is great. But if that may seem too daunting for you, go ahead and look at a specific book. There's 66 of them books, okay? So you can focus and become an expert on one of those books this year. So just break stuff down into smaller edible chunks, okay? Another suggestion is to commit to a 3-day or 7-day fast each quarter. So you know that saying, if you fast, you'll last, okay? So if you do not have a regular fasting day, if you don't have a fasting plan, I encourage you to get one, okay? Now this may be a little funny, but I will tell you this. I be telling my parents and my family, listen, I be fasting and stuff also to prepare for the end times. Okay. There will not always be food around all the time, okay? So you need to prepare your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit, okay? We're living in the last days. I'm gonna just keep it real, okay? So prepare. All right. So number 2, this is gonna be about emotional and mental wellness goals. So this is for people who want a peace-centered year. You can work with a therapist or coach at least once a month. Like I said in other episodes, I think I talked about BetterHelp when I was preparing for 2025, which is expensive, but if you got it, you got it. Go ahead and do it. But you can look into coaching or therapists to kind of help your mental health. You can also practice boundaries without guilt, and you can start a gratitude journal. Maybe you want to write, 1 to 3 lines per day just to get some stuff off your mental and express yourself in a different way this year. Number 3 is financial clarity goals. This is to create stability and stop repeating money cycles that are terrible for your pockets. So you can build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund, or you can even set a smaller milestone. And let's just say you want to do $500. That's your small milestone right now you want to start off with. Set achievable goals. You can cut one unnecessary subscription and redirect that money into your savings account. Do you need Paramount, Hulu, and Netflix? You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You can be redirecting that money into your savings. You can even pay off one specific debt, the one with the smallest balance or the highest interest rate. Number 4, relationship and community goals. This is for healthier connections and less draining relationships. You can identify one relationship that needs boundaries. You can have one courageous conversation you've been avoiding. And you can commit to a monthly friend day or family moment, okay? I know sometimes we think about cutting off a lot of stuff as we get into the new year, but sometimes we do need to nourish the relationships we already have too. Those also need the same amount of energy. Number 5, career and calling goals. If you want a little bit more alignment between your career and maybe even your calling, you can update your resume, your portfolio, or LinkedIn. You can learn one new skill that increases your income, or you can start that ministry, that project, or that business you've been delaying. Number 6, health and lifestyle goals. These are small goals that don't overwhelm you as you try to improve your health and improve your lifestyle. You can walk 20 to 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. You can cook at home 2 to 3 times a week. We do not need that fast food, although it is delicious and addictive. Okay. We do not need it. Cook at the crib at least 2 to 3 times a week if you can do something like that. You can also commit to a better sleep schedule. Not perfect, just improve it. My last goal I have for you is for your identity and mindset. You can replace complaining with confession. You can speak what God has promised. I know a lot of times we say, woe is me, but what has God promised us? What does He say in His word that He will provide to those who diligently seek Him? You can commit to monthly self reflection. Like I said before, I think in 2026, checking in at different points throughout the year to say, hey, Lord, am I walking in step with you? Am I going in the wrong direction? What can I do to strategically place myself where I feel like you're calling me to be? Those check ins will be very pivotal in 2026. And lastly, start choosing discipline over motivation. Sometimes motivation can die, but if you become disciplined in something, it will become second nature. So, I do have some prompts for you today. If you have a little bit of time and you feel like you can journal, one question you can ask yourself is, what is one small, simple goal I can set that feels nourishing, not overwhelming? Another question you can ask yourself, what evidence do I already see that a new season is beginning in my life? That's a good question, right? Could possibly listening to the segments part 1 through 4 be a good indication you're on the right direction? I think yes. I think yes. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for sharing a few quiet moments with me. As you step into your week next week and into the doorway of the new year, I pray you move with gentleness, clarity, and most of all, courage. May 2026 meet you with the grace you've been preparing for. Take what you need from today, leave what you don't, and remember, you don't have to enter your next season fully ready. You just have to show up willing. I want to offer you a song to groove to today. This song is called Blessed in 4K by Thomas Austin, featuring Malachi and Isaac Mansfield. If this episode spoke to you, make sure you follow me on social media, subscribe on YouTube, and of course, you can find She's Too Quiet anywhere podcasts are found. Don't forget to do two things, that's love God and love people. Oh, and before I go, shout out to everyone who subscribed to YouTube. We are officially at 100 subscribers. Thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. This has truly been an inspiration, and it's only up from here. So I'll let y'all go. This is for the soft-spoken and deeply felt. Until next time, deuces.